Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wisdom English podcast. I am Sarah.
And I am Brian. Welcome back to the show, foodies.
Today, we are going to talk about my absolute favorite hobby. And no, Brian, before you guess, it is not reading books in a quiet library.
I was going to guess hiking, but okay, tell us, what is your favorite hobby?
Eating! Specifically, the joy of going out to eat at a nice restaurant.
Oh, I am with you on that one. There is nothing better than walking into a restaurant, smelling the delicious food, and knowing that you don't have to cook or clean dishes tonight. It is pure freedom.
However, for many of our listeners, a restaurant can be a place of high anxiety. If you're traveling in an English-speaking country, ordering food can feel like a test.
That is true. You have to read a complicated menu, understand the waiter's fast questions, make decisions quickly, and then figure out the money at the end. It is stressful.
But do not worry. Today we're going to walk you through the entire experience. We'll serve you a full course of English vocabulary, from making the reservation to paying the bill.
So put your napkin on your lap, pick up your fork, and let's dig in.
Part 1. The reservation. Don't get turned away.
Sarah, have you ever made the mistake of trying to go to a popular restaurant on a Friday night without calling first?
Oh, yes, I have a terrible memory of this. It was Valentine's Day. My husband and I walked up to this lovely Italian place. We could smell the garlic bread from the street. We were so hungry.
And what happened?
The host looked at us with pity and said, "I'm sorry, we're fully booked for the next 3 weeks." We ended up eating cold sandwiches from a gas station. It was tragic.
That is a horror story, and that is why, listeners, you must learn how to make a reservation.
Exactly. In the UK, we often say book a table. It means the same thing. You call the restaurant or go online to secure your spot.
Let's practice a phone call. Ring ring, hello, this is Brian's Burgers.
Hi, I would like to make a reservation for this Saturday evening.
Okay, for how many people?
A party of 4, please.
Stop there. Notice that phrase, party of 4. Students often get confused. It does not mean you're having a birthday party. It just means a group of people.
Correct. You could have a party of 2 or a party of 10. It's just the standard restaurant term for a group.
The host might also ask, would you like to sit inside or on the patio?
The patio is the outdoor seating area. In the UK, we might call it a terrace or a garden.
Always ask for a booth if you can.
A booth? Why do you prefer booths?
A booth is those comfortable, cushioned seats with a high back. You feel cozy and private. Chairs are fine, but a booth is luxury.
Okay, so you have successfully booked your booth. You arrive at the restaurant, you sit down. Now comes the first cultural test, the drinks. Part 2. Water Wars and Aperitifs.
Sarah, here is a question that confuses every American tourist in Europe. Why is it so hard to get a glass of free water?
It is not hard. You just have to know the magic words. If you just say, "Water, please," the waiter thinks you want the fancy stuff.
Right. In the US, the moment you sit down, a waiter appears like a ninja and puts a giant glass of ice water in front of you. You don't even have to ask, and it is always free.
In the UK and Europe, they'll ask you, still or sparkling.
Let's define those. Still water is normal, flat water. Sparkling water has gas bubbles in it.
And both of those options usually come in a glass bottle and cost money, sometimes $5 or more.
$5 for water? That is a crime against humanity.
So, the magic phrase you need is tap water.
Tap water? Like water from the kitchen sink?
Yes, in most Western countries, the tap water is perfectly clean, safe, and delicious. And by law, restaurants usually have to provide it for free. You just have to be specific.
Could we just have a jug of tap water for the table, please?
Perfect. Now, besides water, the waiter might ask you if you want an aperitif.
This is a fancy French word. An apéritif is a usually alcoholic drink you have before the meal to open your stomach, like a gin and tonic or a glass of champagne.
So you're sipping your drink, now the waiter hands you the menu. But wait, this menu looks like a novel. It has 10 pages. Panic sets in.
Part 3, Decoding the Menu, Starters versus Appetizers. I call this menu anxiety, when there are too many delicious choices and you're afraid of making the wrong decision. Do you get this?
Absolutely. I read the menu for 20 minutes and then I panic and order the same salad I always eat.
To conquer menu anxiety, you need to understand the structure of the meal. But Sarah, the UK and the US use completely different words for this.
Yes, this is a major vocabulary difference. Let's start with the first course, the small dish you eat at the beginning. In the UK, we call this the starter because it starts the meal. Simple.
In the US, we call this the appetizer because it stimulates your appetite.
Okay, that makes sense. But the next one is where it gets confusing, the big main plate of food. In the UK, we call this the main course.
In the US, we call this the entree.
It drives me crazy, Brian. Entree is a French word that means entrance or entry. In France, the entree is the starter. Why do Americans use it for the main dish?
I honestly don't know. We'd just like to be different. But listeners, please remember this. If you're in New York and you order an entree, you're getting a big steak, not a small soup.
Speaking of big steaks, there's a great idiom for when you order too much food.
My eyes were bigger than my stomach.
I love this one. It means your eyes saw the menu and wanted everything, but your stomach is actually quite small. You ordered 3 pizzas, but you could only eat 1.
To avoid this, I usually look for the specials.
The specials, or specials of the day, are dishes not on the regular printed menu. The waiter will tell you about them. They're usually made with fresh, seasonal ingredients.
Okay, you have decided. You want the steak. But now the waiter asks you a question that tests your personality.
Part 4. The steak test and customization. The waiter looks you in the eye and asks, "And how would you like that cooked?" Brian, this is a test.
It is a serious test. There are 4 main levels of doneness for meat.
Let's go through them. First is rare. This is red, bloody, and cool in the center. It basically just looked at the fire for 5 seconds.
Second is medium rare. This is the gold standard. It's warm and pink in the middle, but cooked on the outside. It's juicy and tender.
Third is medium, just a little bit of pink.
And fourth, the controversial one, well done.
Oh dear, well done means it's grey or brown all the way through. It's tough, it's dry.
If you order a steak well done, the chef in the kitchen probably cries a little bit. It's like eating a leather shoe.
Please, for the sake of the cow, order it medium rare.
Now, Americans are famous for something else when ordering. We love to customize.
What do you mean?
We rarely just order the dish as it's described. We want to change things. We use the phrase substitute.
To substitute means to replace one thing for another.
Can I substitute the fries for a side salad? Or can I substitute the chicken for tofu?
In the UK, we usually use the word swap. Can I swap the chips for mash? But be careful, in some fancy restaurants in Europe, the chef gets offended if you try to change his masterpiece.
In America, the customer is king. You can change whatever you want. You can also ask for things on the side.
To mean don't mix it in. Can I get the dressing on the side?
Customizing because you're picky is one thing, but customizing because you might die is another. Let's talk about allergies.
Part 5. Allergies and dietary restrictions. Brian, have you noticed that everyone seems to have a dietary restriction these days?
It is very common. 20 years ago, nobody talked about gluten. Now half of Los Angeles is gluten-free.
It is important to know this vocabulary. If you don't eat meat, you're a vegetarian. If you don't eat any animal products, no eggs, no cheese, no milk, you're a vegan.
And if you cannot eat wheat or flour, you are gluten-free. This is vital for people with celiac disease.
If you have a medical condition, use the phrase, I'm allergic to.
I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Please be honest. Don't say, I'm allergic to onions just because you don't like the taste of onions.
Right. When you say allergic, the kitchen has to wash all the pans and knives to prevent cross-contamination. It's a lot of work for them. So if you just don't like onions, say, please no onions. Don't lie about an allergy.
We have a name for people who are very difficult to feed. We call them fussy eaters.
In the U.S., we say picky eaters, like a child who only eats chicken nuggets.
Okay, the food has arrived, you're not allergic to it, but there's a problem. The soup is cold, or worse, there's a fly in it.
Part 6. Complaining, the art of politeness. This is the moment I dread. Something is wrong with the food. Do you complain, or do you suffer in silence?
Being British, my natural instinct is to say nothing, eat the cold soup, and then say it was lovely when the waiter asks. I hate making a fuss.
Sarah, you cannot do that. You're paying for it. If the food is bad, you have to send it back.
To send it back, this means asking the waiter to take the plate away and fix it, but you must do it politely.
Don't shout, hey, this is garbage. Say, excuse me, I'm so sorry to be a bother, but this soup is barely warm. Could you possibly heat it up for me?
That is perfect. Use softeners like, I'm sorry, and could you possibly. It makes the waiter want to help you.
In scenario, what if they bring the wrong dish completely? You ordered the steak, but they brought the fish.
Excuse me, I think there's been a mistake. I actually ordered the steak.
Usually, a good restaurant will apologize profusely. They might even give you a free dessert to say sorry.
There's a great idiom for this. We say it's on the house.
The idea is on the house. It means the restaurant pays for it. It's free.
We're so sorry about the mix-up. These coffees are on the house.
That is my favorite phrase in the English language.
The meal is finished. You're happy. But now comes the part that scares every international traveler in America, the bill and the tip. Part 7. The bill and the tipping nightmare.
Sarah, I have seen friendships end over the bill. Who pays, how much, it is a minefield.
First, let's get the vocabulary right. In the UK, when you are ready to pay, you ask for the bill. Could we have the bill, please?
In the US, if you ask for the bill, they might understand, but the common word is the check. Check, please.
Now, the cultural shock. Tipping. Brian, explain the American rules, because to British people it is terrifying.
Okay, listen carefully. In the U.S., tipping is not optional. Waiters are paid a very low wage, sometimes only $2 an hour. They rely on tips to pay their rent. 15% is the bare minimum if service was just okay. 20% is standard. This is what you should usually leave. 25% is for amazing service.
20%? That is huge. If the bill is $100, I have to pay $120.
Yes, if you don't leave a tip, you are essentially stealing their labor. It is considered extremely rude.
Wow, in the UK, it's much more relaxed. We usually leave 10%, but only if the service was good. If the service was bad, we leave nothing, and nobody chases us down the street.
Also, watch out for the service charge. Sometimes, especially for big groups, parties of 6 or more, the restaurant automatically adds the tip to the bill. It's called gratuity. Check the receipt so you don't tip twice.
Now, what if we're eating with friends? Who pays?
We can split the bill.
Or use the idiom go Dutch.
To go Dutch means everyone pays for exactly what they ate. You pay for your burger, I pay for my pizza.
Or, if it's a special occasion, one person might say, it's on me.
That means I'll pay for everything.
Or, my treat. Or, I'll pick up the tab.
Sarah, since you're the famous podcast host, surely you will pick up the tab for our imaginary lunch.
Nice try, Brian. Let's go Dutch.
Okay, the bill is paid, but there's still half a pizza left on the table. In some countries, it's rude to take it. What about in English-speaking countries?
Part 8. Leftovers and doggy bags. Waste not, want not. I hate throwing away food.
In America, portions are huge. Portion is the amount of food on the plate. They're giant, so it's very common to take the leftovers home.
We used to call the container a doggy bag.
Yeah, the excuse was, oh, I'm taking this home for my dog, but really it's for my midnight snack.
Do people still say doggy bag?
Not really. It sounds a bit old-fashioned. Now we just ask for a box.
Could I get a box for this, please?
Or could I get this to go?
Or could you wrap this up for me?
Then you put it in your fridge, forget about it for 3 weeks, and then throw it away when it turns green. That's the circle of life.
Too true.
At the end of the meal, how do you feel? You're not just full, you're stuffed.
Stuffed means completely full, like a Thanksgiving turkey. I'm absolutely stuffed. I couldn't eat another bite.
But before the meal, you were so hungry, you ate like a horse.
That means you ate a large amount of food.
Conclusion.
Well, Brian, I think we've successfully navigated the restaurant. We made a reservation, drank tap water, ordered medium rare steaks, and split the bill.
We learned a ton of vocabulary: appetizer, entree, substitute, gratuity.
And some essential cultural tips. Always tip 20% in America, and never order a well-done steak anywhere.
Listeners, we want to hear from you. What's the tipping culture in your country? Is it 10%, 20%, or is tipping considered rude?
Let us know in the comments and try to use one of our idioms, like my eyes were bigger than my stomach.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps other hungry English learners find us.
Thank you for joining us. Have a delicious day.
Bon Appétit! Bye, guys!
Bye.